Blink once and you'll miss Tomahiro Yamamoto and Tomohiro Agawa flying across the court. Turning defense into a highlight reel faster than your Wi-Fi can buffer. Tomohiro Yamamoto is the kind of libero whose presence is felt every second on the court. He is only 171 centimeters tall, but with decades gone by since Japan national team debut in 2019 and Panasonic Panthers Club Korea, all misconceptions have been erased by world-class court coverage and spot-on control of passes. During the 2023 Nations League Finals, he made a league-high 35 digs. He continued his strong performance throughout 2024 with 28 digs and was named Best Libero, an appreciation of his dominant back row presence. His greatness extended to the 2024 Paris Olympics, where he was listed as the world's 10th best libero according to cumulative statistics, a beacon of brilliance that put him among the world's defensive legends. Yamamoto's dependability, visualization, and the skill to convert seemingly impossible saves into counterattacks are the reason why he is a force who inspires his colleagues and irritates his opponents. Tomohiro Agawa, who stands a bit taller at 176 centimeters, offers another perspective to Japan's libero pair. Having been professionally introduced in his career by Wolf Dogs Nagoya, he was moved to J-Tech Stings in the 2024-25 V-League season, a testament to his quick ascent and talent. Ogawa made his national team debut in 2020 and established himself as a force to be considered with his breakneck speeds and attack-in-your-face diving, stealing balls away from others that not many attackers see. His Volleyball Nations League and club highlight reels are loaded with plays in which he covered up back corners, diverted what seemed like certain points, and got Japan's attack underway in a heartbeat. His play isn't only flashy, it's always purposeful, showing a phenomenal sense of positioning and anticipation that makes him a terror for opposing batters. Together, Yamamoto's battle-proven reliability and Ogawa's lightning reflexes form one of the best libero pairings in volleyball. Yamamoto's accolades and resume of top-level play come to the party, while Ogawa adds the excitement and highlight reel moves, giving Team Japan the unprecedented defensive weapon of speed and anticipation. Their on-court synergy is a major reason behind Japan's powerhouse back row and their rise as volleyball's premier defensive team. Yamamoto's rapid reaction isn't admirable, it's fantastic by record. At the 2023 VNL Finals, he totaled 35 digs and tournament coverage leader to show that he's in the right place at the right time. He did it again in the 2024 Finals with 28 digs, third most in the tournament, and that kind of reliability landed him Best Libero. Behind all those numbers are micro reactions: read a dip of the shoulder, spring into a full stretch dive, and get the bump over the net, or before most hitters can recover. Yamamoto's reaction time is not quick, it's merciless. Ogawa adds raw, explosive velocity to these endeavors, agile, aggressive, and quick in ways that win matches. In Japan's V-League 2024-25 match tape for J-Tech Stings, Ogawa is highlighted racing down nearly half court to save last gasp swings from high-level opposites. On one play, he freezes a transition going full speed, sprinting into a dive block on a line shot, covering it inches off the sideline before scrambling back to drill a pinpoint pass. At 176 centimeters tall, they rely on height and leg strength to burst into full court sprints with court coverage equal to or better than that of great liberos. What sets them apart is flat-footed reading. Defenders need to respond before they can read a power hit. Yamamoto and Ogawa preload on split-second tells, the position of a hitter's shoulders, release of the toss, arm whip of a setter. They launch from standing, slicing whole steps off of reaction time. That anticipation to action ratio mimics the reflexes of the gold standard Grabinnikov and places both Yamamoto and Ogawa in the same conversation as volleyball's fastest ever floor sensors. Their collective effect on games goes far, far beyond dramatic saves. They facilitate Japan's offense by consistently converting difficult digs into productive transitions, illustrating that during the 2024 Olympic quarterfinal, Yamamoto opened games with dig and distribute passes, 35 that led to 3 Japan winning runs. Ogawa did the same for his V-League season, consistently starting over high-level offenses after wild rallies. Their quickness and selective placement compel opponents to serve harder and riskier balls, having the knowledge that now they are confronted by coverage still very much alive even in deepest arcs. That continuous pressure is the hallmark way for Japan's defense. It's why the Libro pair became a defense giant. It's not showy digs only, but relentless pressure that makes mistakes, builds confidence, and controls floor pace. Their quickness isn't an attitude, it's a championship tool, one that flips around matches and establishes a new international benchmark for Libro mastery. Not only is Tomohiro Yamamoto leading dig milestones, he's pushing elite level Libro performance to new heights. In the 2023 VNL finals, his 35 dig topped the tournament, and he followed it up with 28 in the 2024 finals, a back-to-back performance seldom seen. But the true news is in his game-to-game reliability, averaging 4.2 digs per match in both finals compared to just below the tournament average of around 2.1. That gap is not just significant, it's nearly revolutionary, and it signifies that Yamamoto converted defense into an overpowering offensive phase for Japan. Ogawa, less productive in the digs department, revolutionizes the game with unheralded quickness and rebounding potential. Official V-League measuring stats place his reflex time from initial reaction to contact at 0.32 seconds, a whopping almost 30% quicker than the benchmark Libro's 0.44 seconds. That quickness is evidence on tape. Onslaughts of desperation backcourt are deflected by miracle-thin heroics, converting game-sealing blows into new rallies for Japan. Their styles complement each other beautifully. Yamamoto is a chess master who reads ahead and fronts to anticipate direction. His strategic reading merged with his aggression and court vision enables him to neutralize threats before they are threats. Ogawa, in contrast, is a source of physical energy. His lateral explosiveness and full court defense make him able to poach balls from impossible spaces. They collaborate to construct a two-tiered defensive wall that rivals and sometimes surpasses standards established by legends such as Grabinnikov. Few Libros, such as Yamamoto, have recorded 30-plus digs in consecutive finals since 2010. Ogawa's contribution is quantified less in numerical totals and more in game-altering recoveries. Analysts often point to plays on which Ogawa's dash saved a would-be point and ignited a rally that resulted in a Japan point. Both their defense in tandem turns the momentum around, a tough blow for each crushing hit, an immediate retort, each China point they've had to think they've earned. Yamamoto or Ogawa returns quicker, smarter, tougher. Japan's coaching staff is constantly hailing their duo as the defensive anchor, recognizing Yamamoto's intelligence and Ogawa's physicality. Their chemistry doesn't merely pursue the ball, it determines the overall defensive framework, determining where the opposing team can go and where they can't. What makes the combination so unique isn't their speed, it's how it's been converted into match flow in solids. Opponents are forced to take braver hits, faith in Japan's block and digs increases, and rally after rally, mental pressure on the opposing side compounds. That creates a cycle. Faster digs mean more attacking opportunities, which provide confidence, leading to more pressure, and so forth. In brief, Yamamoto establishes the gold standard for tempo setting and anticipation, and Ogawa backs it up with unparalleled quickness. They don't only keep pace with top-level libros, they set it. The two of them are quite possibly the most evolved and intimidating libero pair the sport has ever witnessed. Japan's libero pair not only defended but controlled the pace of play, and it served them well. Across VNL and Olympic environments, speed of response and coverage continually shifted momentum. In the 2024 Olympic quarterfinal against Russia, Japan overturned a 2-point set-3 deficit, all because of Yamamoto's 7 consecutive recoveries that nullified what appeared to be the rally's death and created a Japan scoring sequence. Those stops didn't save points alone, they shifted momentum. Ogawa's quickness stole a downhill swing that was headed for the corner in the 2023 VNL semi-finals against Italy. His regain provided Japan with a critical set, which they went on to win 25-23. That defensive rescue went far more than 1 point. It made Italy improvise, redo, and eventually break down. These aren't fleeting glimpses. Statistical tendencies indicate that Japan's doing 5.4 digs per set in VNL versus the tournament average of 4.1, and if either Yamamoto or Ogawa finishes with a dig count over 6 in a set, they increase their winning percentage by 12%. That's evidence their quickness doesn't only recover rallies, it constructs wins. The impact of their performances cannot be overestimated. Yamamoto's 2024 VNL Best Libero Award attested to his top flight status. Ogawa, Japan's constant foundation since 2020, assists the receiving system and defense with steady recovery coverage. Defense in volleyball is not a response, it's a setter. When Yamamoto or Ogawa dash, slide, or dive, they send a message. Japan's not merely countering your attack, Japan's writing a new playbook. That psychological advantage, making opponents elevate the level and re-evaluate possibilities, is as potent as any spike. From saving crucial Olympic rallies to nagging Italy into mistakes at the VNL semis, their type of defense is not on paper, it's a game changer. That's why they're not only quick, they spearhead Japan's offense and rewrite the script in every match with every explosion and reception intercept.